Oh, what's going on? I've been following the news very closely lately. I hope I haven't missed very much. Let's see.
Game on here. A trade war between the United States and China is here. It's real. At the stroke of midnight, the U.S. hit China with tariffs on $34 billion worth of goods.
Now some lawmakers in his own party are blasting what they call a bailout for some Americans hurt by those same tariffs. An administration announced a short-term plan to give farmers billions of dollars in aid.
A woman says the president's U.S. Supreme Court nominee, Brett Kavanaugh, assaulted her when she and Kavanaugh were both in high school.
We believe survivors! We believe survivors!
Any doubt in your mind that Kavanaugh sits on the Supreme Court?
But Kavanaugh is a good man.
Yes.
This was completely uncorroborated.
With a 36-year-old unproven allegation, if you can destroy him, none of us is safe.
Get ready for this trailblazing 11-year-old drag kid. Please welcome Desmond Napoles. 11-year-old. 11-year-old.
11-year-old.
Alexa! Turn everything on! I'm making a video!
Okay, so the world is on fire and everyone is panicking. I'm not saying they shouldn't be panicking. I'm not encouraging people to panic either. I understand why people are panicking. That's what you do when the world is on fire. You panic. And look, oddly enough, even though we're all at each other's throats, it's left versus right. You're either with us or with them. I can actually see it from both sides. As a conservative, I look at it and say, oh my gosh, the left has lost their minds. Shooting up your kids with hormone blockers and trying to force them to be trans. That's totally okay, right? Surgically removing your dangly bits. And then you get Woman of the Year award. Good job. And it's just madness. Antifa is going insane in Portland. Meanwhile, they try to elect actual socialists to Congress. And look, conservatism isn't doing so hot either right now. In 2016, the Republican Party ran 17 presidential candidates. 17! Bush, Carson, Christie, Cruz, Fiorina, Gilmore, Graham, Huckabee, Jindal, Kasich, Pataki, Paul, Perry, Rubio, Santorum, Walker, and of course, Trump. And look, I understand. 5 of those people at least, those are just the ones that I know enough about to say this comfortably, I would have voted for over Trump. But Trump won. Okay, we just have to deal with that now. So as someone from a conservative point of view, not someone who's married to the Republican Party, but someone who votes on conservative principle, I understand that plight. It's a little frustrating. A bunch of good, staunch conservative candidates, but now the president is this lifetime New York liberal who just suddenly turned into a Republican. This loud orange man, and what is up with that, by the way? He's got like the white circles around his eyes. It's like you took a picture of a raccoon and then inverted the colors and then ran it through an orange filter. How much does he make again? 400 grand a year. 400 grand a year and he can't afford a better tan? It's not the point. I know, not the point to make fun of his appearance or whatever. Not the point. The point is we had better choices. He's done a lot of good things, but we had better choices. And in the midterms, we almost lost a key Texas seat to the joke that is Robert Francis Beto O'Rourke. The guy who's Irish but gave himself a Hispanic nickname just to pander to Hispanics in Texas. We almost lost. An actual conservative almost lost to that. And from the liberal side, I get it too. I'm not talking like hard left drum circle pothead liberals, not hashtag kill all men, not Antifa protesters, just those that are on the left that disagree with me. You're not stupid or insane. We just disagree. I understand you. Because, look, the blue wave in the midterms didn't really go the way that you were intending it to go. Well, I understand. That's rough. I know. I've seen it. It happens. It's rough. And now, so it's hard to even change the state of affairs, from your point of view. And the president is this loud, obnoxious man who, regardless of your opinions, says a lot of things that he should not say. And you're constantly told from every media outlet you listen to, whether that's the mainstream media or Twitter or whatever it is that you listen to get your viewpoint on the world, all of those sources tell you that Trump is Hitler reincarnated, and that everyone who disagrees with you politically does so because they're either racist or sexist or homophobic or transphobic or Islamophobic or whatever it is, whatever ist or ism they want to attach to us. They think that we want to burn gays and blacks at the stake. That's not true. It's not true. But that's what you're constantly told. And so I understand if you've got this bad taste in your mouth for conservatives. I get it. So how do we get past this? How do we manage to just, de-escalate this, bring it all under control before we all kill each other in open warfare? I don't think we're there yet. I honestly think we've all just gotten a little too wrapped up. We have to find a way to communicate. But look, I know, neither side wants to talk. We just want to stand on opposite sides of an ideological canyon and scream at each other. And that's not gonna solve anything. We have to realize that. We have to find a way to communicate. And look, they say that music is the universal language. I disagree. I think that if I'm speaking Eminem and my mom is speaking Bette Midler, we are going to have not so much a coherent conversation. But there is a universal language, not music, humor. We have to learn to laugh again. We have to learn to laugh at ourselves. Things are still funny. Look at this mess that we've gotten ourselves into. Objectively, stand outside the issue, it's kind of funny. You've been wrong before, regardless of where you stand on the political spectrum. You've been wrong before, and it's kind of funny. And I've been wrong before, and it's kind of funny. And most of us aren't whack jobs. Right and left, 95% of us, not whack jobs, just regular Joe Blows who do not agree, and that's okay. We can get along, but there are whack jobs on both sides, and if they're on your side especially, you need to call them out. And if they're on my side, I will call them out, because then we can come together, realize they're whack jobs, and all laugh at them together. Wouldn't that be great? Us actually all doing something together again? Like, here's just a few examples. Here's a girl, wait! I didn't mean to assume her gender. This individual, she heard the announcement right after Trump was inaugurated that now he was officially the president of the United States, and she did this.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama is the ex-president. And Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps over.
The first time ever anywhere that States of America, Donald on the shoulder.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what you believe. That's hilarious. I'll hit my side too. Matter of fact, I'll hit my side quite a bit harder just to prove a point. Okay. The left may have crazy social justice warriors and feminists, but we have Alex Jones.
I was told by a genetic engineer about a project they were on in England once. And they had in tanks people with gills, and they were little babies, and they were in there just gulping, clawing at the sides. They got humanoids crossed with fish and stuff. I mean, we are screwed, people. I mean, to feel what the children are feeling. God almighty. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. So rejoice to God Almighty for this animating contest of liberty.
I know, conservatives, please don't get pissed. I understand. We don't like Alex Jones. I don't like Alex Jones. Pretty much nobody likes Alex Jones. But he is with us. I understand. We don't agree with him. We're not on his side. He is certainly on our side, though. I don't think there's any question that Alex Jones is at least center right, okay? And look, we can do this, okay? We can learn to laugh again. This happened just recently. This guy, Pete Davidson, on SNL. He was doing this kind of first impressions thing right after the midterms on the congressmen that were running. And one of them is a man named Dan Crenshaw. Now, Dan Crenshaw has an eye patch, okay? He lost his eye in combat. He's a veteran. And Pete Davidson took a shot at him. Have a look.
This guy's kind of cool. Dan Crenshaw.
Oh, come on, man.
Yo, hold on. You may be surprised to hear he's a congressional candidate from Texas and not a hitman in a porno movie. I'm sorry. I know he lost his eye in war or whatever.
So see, he makes fun of this guy. He knows that he's a wounded veteran, but he just kind of throws it out there to make light of. And I'm not for censoring comedy at all. He should be able to say this. It just wasn't very cool of him. It wasn't very classy. And it certainly wasn't funny enough to make up for the classlessness of the joke. But regardless of all that, Dan Crenshaw responded.
Everybody's asking that. Like, do you demand an apology from this man? I do not demand an apology. He probably should apologize, but I don't want some hollow apology. We have thick skin, but as veterans, it's hard for us to understand why war wounds would elicit such raucous laughter from an audience.
So he took it in stride. He wouldn't even demand an apology, which I really like. I hate that everyone demands an apology for everything nowadays. He wouldn't demand an apology, and it could have just ended there. I would have been happy. But this is where the story actually gets really good. Here is the next week's episode of Saturday Night Live.
I made a poor choice last week. No, I did. I made a joke about Lieutenant Commander Dan Crenshaw, and on behalf of the show and myself, I apologize. The man is a war hero, and he deserves all the respect in the world. And if any good came of this, maybe it was that for one day, the left and the right finally came together to agree on something. That I'm a dick.
You think?
So, last week, I made a joke about a picture of you, and I feel like it would only be fair if you got me back and made fun of a picture of me. Does that sound okay?
I don't really need to do that.
No, come on. I deserve it.
All right, I'll do
Please? All right.
This is Pete Davidson. He looks like if the meth from Breaking Bad was a person. He looks like a troll doll with a tapeworm.
Cool.
He looks like Martin Short in the Santa Claus 3. By the way, one of these people was actually good on SNL.
No, you're right. No, you're not wrong. So we good?
We're good. Apology accepted.
Guys, this is the solution. Look, it's not the end of the world. Stop taking everything so seriously, guys. I'm not saying treat it all with levity. I'm saying stop taking it so personally and stop treating every little hangnail like the world's about to implode. It's not. Okay? The world is a good place. And the United States is a good place, and almost everyone in America is a good person. Almost all of us. Amazing, I know, right? We just don't agree with each other all the time, and that's okay. This is not new. We disagreed with each other from the dawn of time, but now we have social media, and we have, the news and whatever else saying, hey, you don't agree with him, he doesn't agree with you, fight, 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 don't fight. Stop. Calm down. We haven't agreed ever. It's just more in our face now, so calm down. And give a laugh. It's okay. Today, when something comes at you that really gets in your face, really riles you up, don't get riled up. Just give a chuckle and let it roll off of you and move on with your life. And look, if it doesn't work, and it might not, I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong, maybe the whole system is about to burn down around us. If it does, it doesn't matter. Know why? Because even if it burns to the ground, we can at least go down with smiles on our faces. So thanks guys for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit like, get subscribed, you know what to do already. I'm going to be trying to do weekly video uploads to this page. Sorry to all my friends out there who were waiting on this video for a while. There were a few, we'll say, hiccups in production, but I'm going to be trying to do, like I say, weekly video uploads, and I will be trying to make them shorter a little in the future as well. This video started to run a little long, but thank you guys for your support and your patience, and I'll see you next time.